You might have been following our videos that I've been doing on the gas and electricity monitoring spreadsheets, and if you want to have a look at them, just go back because they'll be on YouTube. I'll put a link in this video as well. And we produced the electricity one, and then I showed you how to add the costs column that was here, and then we did a chart to show that, and then we also did one for the gas, same principle, to record the usage, but then we also thought it might be useful to include the costs. Now that got me thinking, and I actually think it's quite useful to work out the total bills. So let me give you an example here. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger on screen. If you ever need to do this, by the way, if you have got, especially if you've got an external mouse, use Control key, hold down Control and use the wheel on your mouse, and that can zoom in and out. A little tip there, and that works in most programs. Anyway, so what this is going to do is I've added my water in here, and water for me is averaged out over the year, so it's a nice easy figure to put in. And I've also got my gas bill and my electric, and I'll show you how this is set up, and then I'll show you how to do it. So if I go to the electricity sheet, and I'm going to put in my units, it's going to be a bit of a guess for the month of July. So let's say I used 47,888. Okay, just copy the formula down to work out the units. Okay, and then I'm going to guess the price. Let's say 138. Okay, so that's my figures for July. Now what should happen, the way I've set the spreadsheet up, that 138, if I go to the total bills, and you'll see here, there we go, that 138 has been added on. So the way this is set up is when I add on in the gas sheet a cost, or in the electricity sheet, it will bring those costs forward, and this gives me a really useful bit of information, because I can see first of all my total bills for the year. It was a bit of a surprise to me because I'd kind of always assumed that the gas was more expensive, but if you actually look at the moment, the gas is coming in slightly cheaper. And then it also gives me my total bills for the month, so I can see in January, if I took my utilities, this is utilities we're talking about, it was 337, and so on. You can see it has dropped throughout the year. So and bear in mind, this isn't actually what we pay sometimes, but this is what they are actually costing, so it actually gives me a really good indication of how it's going. And obviously year on year, you'd get an idea that it's going to be higher in the winter months, and it's going to go down a bit, but you get an idea of what you spend. So this might be a really useful thing for you to do, so I'm going to show you how to create it. I've also just added a chart, because sometimes I think a chart's really visual, especially for people who work visually, and it's actually not that difficult to do. So let's have a go at recreating this total bills sheet and producing what I've got here. Let's start from scratch. So let's get going. We're going to just do a new sheet, and I'm going to start in A1, and let's just flick back on the total bills. Right, so let's put some headings in. So we're going to put in month. Okay, and then I need my headings for my water, my gas, and my electricity. And I'm going to put my totals in as well. There we go. When you do your spreadsheets, try and be really clear. Start to get everything in the right order. Think about putting headings in. Structure them. That's really important. Now I'm going to put in January, and there's a little tip here. So we want the other months of the year. If I just click on January, go to the bottom right hand corner and just drag down for 12 cells, that will give me every single month, so you don't have to type them in manually. So now I need to put my water costs in, so I'm going to put 45. I got that from my bill, and because it's all the same, I'm just going to go to that figure, and I'm just going to get that thin cross again. When you do that, first of all, position your cursor on the cell. Secondly, move to the bottom right hand corner of the cell, and the mouse will change to this thin cross shape, and then when you get that, you can drag down. If you're not in the right place, it won't appear. So that's a nice easy one so far. We've got the gas in, we've got the headings in, and I'm going to pop a heading in A14 also to say total. Fantastic. Right, so now I need to start bringing those figures forward from the gas and electric sheets. So we're going to start with, make sure your cursor's on C2, start with the equals button. I'm going to come down the bottom to the gas sheet. I'm going to click on M2, which is my cost for gas, and then as soon as I've done that, I'm going to press enter, and enter will bring you back to the starting point. Let's try that with the electric. So you click where the answer is going to go, press your equals, down the bottom of your spreadsheet click on electricity, click on the cell you want, which in my case is L2, press enter, and enter finishes it off, brings you back. Now once you've done that, I can click on it, I can go to the bottom right hand corner, a bit like we did with the mumps and the water, and I can just drag all the way down. So what it does, it follows the pattern, and it says, okay, each time you drop down a cell, just drop down and get the next cell down. Let's do the same with the electric. Click on D2, go to the corner, click and drag down. Oh, not quite far enough. There we are. Okay, so this is starting to make a bit more sense. In a minute I'll go and test it, and it's always a good idea when you're setting something in Excel up to just go and test it out. But before we do that, I want to put our totals in. I'm going to show you a really easy way. I'd like you to highlight all of your figures, so from B2 to D13. And when you do, when you hover, you'll see this little button comes up with a lightning symbol on it. It's called Quick Analysis. I also call it Total by Lightning, because nobody remembers click Quick Analysis. So let's click on our Total by Lightning, and we're going to go to Totals, and then I'm going to choose Sum, the very first one, and it's got a blue line at the bottom which indicates it's going to sum at the bottom of the highlighted area. So let's choose that. So there we go, I've got my totals at the bottom. Keep your figure selected, go back to Filter by Lightning, go back to Totals, and this time we're going to sum, but we're going to choose the sum with the yellow column on the right, and that means sum on the right hand side. So just click on that, and what that will do, that will sum on the right hand side of whatever you've got selected. So the sum or the totals by lightning button, it just puts the totals at the bottom and on the right. There's not one right at the bottom there, so I'm just going to drag that down. I'm not sure that's a good idea to have a overall total, but we'll see. Okay, so now apart from the formatting, it's kind of nearly there, but the only thing I need to do, highlight my data. Little tip there, Control and A will highlight everything around the cursor. So if I'd clicked on it, I could do Control and A. So I'm going to put some borders in first, and that is this button up here. Just click on the little arrow and all borders, and I'm going to add some colour. So I'm going to make the water blue, and let's make the gas, again when you put the colours in, whatever works for you. You can make the gas orange, and the electric I'm going to make green. And I'm also going to make that text white because I think that would be a lot clearer for me to see. So there we go, and I'm just going to make that bottom row, I'm going to make it bold just to show up a little bit more. And I can also use the borders button. If you click on the borders button, you've got an option of top and thick bottom or top and double bottom, and that just gives you like a bit of a total line to make it stand out a bit more. Okay, right, chart next. So let's highlight the data. I'm not going to include the totals, and I'm just going to go to Insert, and the chart icon's over here. I'm actually going to use this one, which is a column chart. Let's go 2D column chart. I could do a 3D if you want it a little bit more fancy, or you could go for a bar. Have a look, if you're doing this, have a look, maybe just see which one works for you, because it might be you think, oh, actually I don't like the column chart. I'm just going to go for a 2D column chart. Now, obviously the other months haven't got any figures in at the moment, so they're going to be quite flat. So let me just get my chart up there. I'm going to delete the chart title, so just click on it and then tap your delete button on your keyboard. Don't need it because it's quite obvious what it does. And I'm also going to change the colours. One of the first things I'm going to do is on the toolbar at the top, I can change the chart design here. So if I just click on the arrow, there we go, there's a nice black one there that I sometimes think that looks nice because you've got the background colour, so I'm going to go for that. And finally I'm going to change the colours of the series to match. So water and gas are the same, but electric is looking grey, so I want that to be green. So just click on the electric, right click on it, and then in the fill button choose green. Actually that's already there for me. There we go, and it's just going to be the same colour as I've made it on the chart. I like to do that because then it's much easier to work out. So now not only have I got the figures, I've got a visual representative of how my bills and my costs are going up and down. And there we go. So hopefully this will have been of help to you. And you know, if you've got any suggestions of how else we could improve this, I could always do a video on it. One thing I didn't show you is how it updates. So let's go back to the gas one and let's put in a figure for July. So let's add in, I'm going to make it 27. I have to watch when I put these figures in because sometimes I just guess them and then make them huge. Right, and I'm going to just drag that down. Oh, that is quite a lot. It's okay, let's put a pricing. Let's put it in as 200. Okay, obviously it's a big month. You can see there's a sudden spike in there. But if I now go back to my total bills, and you'll see, and one good thing about putting in these figures is that first of all the figure has gone through to July. There it is, 200. And secondly, on my chart, I can quite clearly see it. I'll put a big arrow there because it's the one that looks quite high. Hopefully when it comes through it won't be that high. But now when you fill your costs in, they will automatically filter through and you will be able to keep track of your spending on your bills. I hope this has been really helpful. I can send you the template if you want to put it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. Thanks very much for listening.